That's not what I said. I said South Florida. We already know FBA. We responsible for this whole country. We the reason
So,
anything
so, so
get
let me let
popping.
me so let me ask you this question then. Do you think Bahamian started South Florida, or was it white immigrants that came down and was starting South Florida? Who do you think
They got
started?
nothing. They got nothing popping. They got nothing. They got.
Hold up. So you think Bahamians are the founders of Miami? Is that what you're saying?
That's a fact.
No, 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 no. See, I wanted to at least give you a little bit credit to say that, y'all came in, but I didn't know you were saying that they were the founders. Nah, bro. You can't. And here's the thing, and this is where, things get kind
Oh
of.
no, when you say founders, no. I mean, black people. We lived everywhere. I mean, for a great number of years before anybody came over here. What I'm talking about is the building. We talking about infrastructure.
Okay, so
It
what
was
made.
nothing. It was nothing going
So,
down
okay,
here. It was
so
nothing.
my question is, who do you think started the infrastructure? Was it white people or Bahamians? You said black people don't, because you said black people didn't have any say so out of slavery. So who do you think started
No,
it?
no, no. What I said was black people didn't have the leeway to build in certain areas because there was no necessary need. The only reason why Miami got popular is because of the railroads that Bahamians built. You know what I'm saying? And then other people from all over on the eastern hemisphere, I mean on the eastern coast, came down here because it started becoming a thriving city that people want to visit to. And up until 1970 something,
So
19
the problem with this is it's not factual enough to say that there was no reason for us to come down here. That's not a real fact or statement, because your reasoning wouldn't match somebody else's reasoning, especially if we was the first one in the lands. You don't know what they could have been building all the way down there. See what I'm saying? So to say that, oh, there was no reason for Black Americans to go down there, that's not something you can look up and fact check. I can't ask a source, was it reasonable for Black Americans to go down there, but it was reasonable for Bahamians to go down there. See what I'm
no,
saying? So that's where
no,
your
no.
argument is very weak.
That's that. I hear what you're saying, but that's not what took place. What I'm saying is, we already know that we had ethnogenesis on this land. We already know that. But what I'm saying is, it was nothing here but trees. It was literally nothing here but trees. There was no reason to come here. And then we started formulating different
Why,
things.
why do you keep saying there was no reason? Just because there's trees don't mean you don't got a reason to not go down.
It was
The
not. It
reason,
was not an
excuse me, gentlemen, your reason to come to the United States is because you was
No,
just
no, no. We're not talking
emancipated
about the
by the
United States.
British.
We're not
The
talking about the
reason you
United
came to
States.
Florida is because you was just emancipated.
We were
Y'all was
already in
newly
Florida.
free melanated people
We were
seeking
already.
refugees
We
in the Florida area.
we were already in Florida. They
No, 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 no.
reclassified.
Don't miss the point.
They
British,
reclassified
you
us.
had just got your freedom from the British. Is that correct?
Say it again.
Did you just get your freedom from the British? When did the British abolish slavery?
Oh, you talking about the Bahamas?
Yes, Bahamas.
Okay, yeah, we know about that. But
Do we?
I'm FBA before I'm
Because you said you
Bahamas.
came without a reason.
No, that
No,
listen.
he's
You
trying to say there was no reason for Black Americans to come down to South Florida and build,
They
because
was already in South Florida.
that's what I'm saying. We was already here. You can't say. I'm trying to say that your claim was
You
saying
came as immigrants. They was already building. The railroads tracks was already laid. These
No.
was already in place by the 1800s.
Okay, what was that at? Because we talking about
In
South
Florida,
Florida.
look it up.
We talking about South Florida. And you over here in
In
Houston.
Florida.
You over here in
You
Houston.
came as
You're
laborers, free
over here.
laborers,
You're over
buffer
there.
class.
appreciate
I'm
you.
not even gonna argue with you.
I'm
You over there in
gonna wrap it up.
Houston.
I'm
You
gonna
over
wrap
there
it
in
up real,
Houston
real
getting
quick.
ran by
So
Mexicans.
hold on,
What are you talking about?
bro. So I'm gonna say this. So
It's not, sweetheart. Don't lie.
here's the point, bro. What the facts that we have is that are facts, not theories. The facts is we already know Black people were already here before any other group. Black Americans, Black indigenous, we was already here, and
We came from Georgia, South Carolina, and other places.
and then we were already migrating through Florida, but we
But
was
not
already in Florida.
South Florida. It was nothing popping here. Most of the
Okay, so
Seminoles are black.
right.
They just
So
reclassified us. But what I'm saying is, it was nothing popping in South Florida.
okay, so my question, my next, this is
My claim ain't to defend
my last time
Bahamians.
I'm gonna ask you this. So my
Wait,
next question
before you say that, my claim ain't to defend Bahamians. My claim is to defend the history of Miami. Miami. We talking specifically Miami.
So let me ask you a question. Who do you think started Dade County? Who started Dade County? Who started the infrastructure building? Who?
Okay, that was the Seminoles, the Black Seminoles.
And where is Dade County located?
All right, so originally Dade County was Broward and Dade County. It was
But
called
is
Dade.
that still? But that's still South Florida, though, doggy.
Exactly,
So why are you
exactly.
saying we didn't go to South Florida?
No, what I'm telling you, Miami was not established as a city. We were already in different places
Okay,
all
all right,
over the
okay, I
United
got you.
States.
I got you. Okay, so you're saying, so we agreed that it was already.
We agree that we all come from Native
Okay,
Americans because we are Native
so hold
Americans.
on. So we're agreeing that it was a settlement going on in South Florida, and then the settlement that was going on was by Black Americans,
Uh
correct?
huh. Uh
Okay.
huh.
So now we're leading on to the establishment of what we would call Dade. When was Dade established?
As far as what the city of Miami, or you're talking
No,
about
no,
Dade County,
Dade
which
County.
stretched all the way to Broward County, and
Dade County that stretched to Broward County. When was that created?
I don't know the year, but I know we
Yeah,
got
I
it.
got you. When was Dade County established? What year was that?
You just asked me. I just told you I don't know the year,
No, no,
but I'm listening.
I'm getting the information. Lily, I'm gonna get to you. Give me 3 more
Oh,
minutes.
you on Chat GPT? My bad.
Yeah. So Dade County, like I said, was established January 18, 1836. Okay. So now let's move further down. 1836. So when was Miami created? When was the city of Miami established? So now so let's put it together. Oh, he logged off. Okay. Anyways, he logged off. So my point is Dade County was already built, and the people who were here, who were legally here, were Black, indigenous, and immigrants, white immigrants. You see what I'm saying? Those are the ones who built Dade County. Dade County is it's inside of the city of Miami. Hold on, let me get Lily on here. My bad. Lily Flowers, my bad. I know you've been waiting for a minute. Go ahead. You can turn on your mic. Let me try to unmute you. It say you in 51 seconds. Um, Let me get my brother back in. Lily, you could go ahead and unmute your mic. I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk. Go ahead, Lily. And so you got 36 seconds. I'll give you some time. So until her mic turns on. So what I'm trying to say is that she at work. Oh yeah, so just talk when you feel like it. What I'm trying to say is Dade County was already established, is already built in South Florida by Black Americans and white immigrants, the Irish or whoever came here. Dade County is named after a general. I think his name was General whatever, Dade General, whatever. So, okay, after that, then we started creating Miami. But Dade was already being built. Miami was assisted by Bahamians. When was Miami created? When was the city of Miami established?
1915.
It says 1896, brother.
Okay, another question. When was those Bahamians was allowed to become citizens?
In the 80s. So in the 80s there wasn't a high migration of them until the late 80s going into
No, since they was over here, since we know they came over
I mean
in
1800.
like 1830, right?
No,
Mm-hmm.
no, 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 no. They came over a little bit later.
A
In
little bit later, but they start coming over
they
as
started
early as
they started coming over before the
about
immigration
after
law.
eighteen
All right,
thirty-five.
so we're not gonna argue, but
So
they
they
promised. They
actually
promised. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Queen.
they actually was over here from that time since the British abolished slavery to 1870 census. That's the first time they could be
Mhm.
citizens of the United States because they have an act. It's the Nationalization for Black Immigrants of 1870. That's
Ooh.
because y'all came over as free Black people. We were still enslaved. I think y'all missing that.
Mhm.
What do you mean we were still enslaved? You
Well, slavery in 1865.
because what we know is we had the emancipation, but we wasn't free for another 10 years. They didn't officially free us for another 10 years. So I mean, I get what you're saying, but what they did was they promised Bahamians, if you come and build an X, Y, and Z and do this and that, they getting paid less than nothing. So they was indentured
We
servants.
was emancipated in 1865. The Bohemians that was here for at least 20 years, or let's give them 20 years. They've been here 20 years or so, right?
Longer.
Did not become citizens until 1870.
Right.
Did you hear
Right.
me? Did you hear me?
Right.
Okay.
Because they promised us. They promised us citizenship. When I say us, I'm only speaking on my Bahamian side, which is the third or fourth generation. However, I am FBA, so I'm not defending nobody. I'm just telling you the history, just like you educating me.
So brother, let me ask you this question. Now that we know all this, now we know the timelines of when you guys were able to come over here, when you guys were free.
What do you mean, you guys? You say you Bahamian too? What do you mean? You
No. I have descendants that go 4 generations back that are Bahamian.
same here.
All right, but I'm more so FBA than anything else. But I'm not saying that Bahamians built Miami. I'm saying FBA's built Miami with the assistance of Bahamians. You're trying to say Bahamians built Miami and Black Americans were just standby. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we already started building Dade and we contribute mainly to Miami, and we had half of we had assistance from Bahamians.
And I'm saying that the enslaved people did contribute, Bohemians did, but why you trying to put their, because they
Achievements
came
overall.
over with a choice. They came over as a choice, looking for
That's
pay.
understandable, but that
I
would
don't know, but why you trying to insert them as over our history, your other half history?
first of all, I'm not leeching nobody onto our history. What I'm telling you is about what happened. Our biggest
One group got
accomplishment was
paid and
that
the other
railroad.
group did it.
Say it again.
One group got paid and the other group did it.
Absolutely.
That's the difference when you bring up that.
Yeah, when I bring up Miami, it's a huge difference, though. I'm telling you what happened in Miami. You speaking of all of America. We already know what we done
I am
did.
speaking on Miami, South Florida. And you made a statement that said, someone said Mexicans is doing better in Houston. No. Stop doing that. I want y'all to actually use your
No, I didn't say
devices and
that.
look up.
That's
No,
not
I
what I
want you to
said.
actually look up your device and look up the actual numbers, because what are you trying to do? Harm our children with these lies that y'all telling?
That's not what I said at all.
So brother, I'm gonna ask you this one question. What is your final? What do you tell me? What you're trying to say? What are you finally trying to say? Because you started off saying that Black Americans had to stand by because we didn't have no leeway like that to do anything. What are you saying now?
What I'm saying is, if it wasn't for the railroads, Miami wouldn't have became popping. The railroads were specifically built by Bahamians, and you might have had some Black Americans.
Were the railroads in Miami built by Bahamians or Black Americans? Because you can't. You're trying to say there was a lot of more y'all, and then there was a few of us, but we already been here though. It don't make
No,
sense.
that's a fact. But once that happened, we wasn't going for that no
Okay,
more.
so I look at it. It says many Black Bahamians were recruited as cheap labor during the 1800s and the early 1900s. They were
Right.
skilled in construction, masonry, and agriculture. Okay, Bahamians helped build. Henry, it says helped. Henry Flagler for the East Coast Railroads or the Royal Palm Hotel, roads, bridges in early Miami. Two, Black Americans, mostly from the U.S. South, freemen and their descendants, especially from Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina, also migrated South Florida to work on Flagler's Railroad.
Right.
Many had already been working in railroads and construction labor camps across the South. Black Americans laid tracks, cleared land, and performed dangerous labor, contributing to the labor pool that built the city of Miami. So my whole point go back to, you can't say Bahamians did it because we was already doing work. See what I'm saying? And you was getting paid for it. We wasn't. See what I'm saying? So that's where the problem is. You're trying to say that you had a bigger contribution than us when we was already laying down the match and you guys came to help. But you didn't have more so of a contribution than we did. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. See what I'm saying? I just ain't like how you were saying that Bahamians did it, Black Americans didn't do nothing. It's kind of like,
Okay, I won't dismiss it. You're educating me, but what I'm telling you is those same people that you just said migrated. Those are our same grandfathers. We all was in Central Florida. We was not in South Florida. We was in Central Florida. We was all natives. We're all Black natives. Come on, man.
I'm agree with you to a certain extent because South Florida was majority swampy land. I don't think it was trees. I think it was swamps that you were trying to say. It was more so like it wasn't inhabitable for a minute. You see what I'm saying? Until they started
Yeah,
clearing.
I'm seeing motherfuckers chop trees down to build a roadway with machetes. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you,
Now,
brother.
of course we know because my family been in South Florida over 200 years, but that's just one part of my family. We all migrated from Georgia. Most people that's FBA came from South Carolina in some
Right,
form of way, fashion. That we made our way back to Georgia and Florida. But most of us, I mean, depending on how far back you go, we were in Florida.
right,
It just wasn't nothing going in South Florida. Nothing was going on.
right, right.
You
Okay,
know what I mean? So we in agreement. I'm just off on the talking points because I didn't educate myself. So I'm never shy to be wrong.
right, right, right,
Because
right,
it wouldn't make a difference either way. I'm FBA, so it wouldn't
right,
make a difference. But I'm telling you, outside of every other immigrant, Bahamians are migrants. We go home. That's why we don't have an issue with America. You
right.
know what I mean? And that's my fourth, third, whatever generation. My grandfather was a contributor to the railroads. They promised him citizenship, which never happened until the year that y'all talking about.
Right. Okay. All right. No, that's all, brother. That's all I want to say, man. See, our problem with most of Caribbeans, and I know you consider yourself more FBA, but our problem with Caribbeans, for the most part, is that they try to undermine our work by saying things like, "You guys wasn't doing nothing. You guys ain't built nothing. You wasn't there. We came in to work." And it's kind of like, how could you say that when we were already in these lands already? You see what
That's
I'm
why
saying?
these rooms are important. I listen to Tariq Nasheed all day, every day, so I already know what you're getting at, sir.
Right. Right. That's it, brother, man. Appreciate you, family. I'm tap in with you, brother. Appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. So, brother, what's going good? What's going on? What's your name and where you from?
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm from the Caribbeans.
You from where?
Caribbeans,
Caribbeans? Okay, brother. What Caribbean you from? What island?
the Bahamas.
Talk to me. What's good?
I'm good, man. I just like the energy, so I just joined. I like that
Most,
the way you were just like you was just standing up for what you believe in.
most
I like,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah. So, is there a panel? Like, what is it? Like, what is it? Like, do you dislike the Caribbeans?
I don't dislike Caribbeans. Listen, it's hard for me to dislike Caribbeans because I'm from Florida. You know what I'm saying? My family's from Florida.
Oh, you Haitian? You look Haitian.
I'm not Haitian, no.
You look good.
No,
So,
but I do got four generations back. My great great grandmother is Bahamian, and everybody else is just a Florida native in my family. So I do have a little bit of Caribbean in me, but I classify as FBA.
yeah, I'm Haitian. I'm Haitian as well, by the way, by
But
heritage.
but I don't have anything.
Hold on. Host. Listen to Safar. Ask him, ask him
Oh
his
my gosh.
background.
Oh,
It's
oh,
gonna be
you know about
entertaining.
him. You know about him. Oh, Sci-Fi, you been
Prove me
caught.
around.
You been caught. Oh, Sci-Fi, you been. Let me talk to me. So what's really going on, Sci-Fi? What you really want to talk about? You been caught already.
Caught on what?
She said something about your background. So you Haitian or what? You
Yeah,
Haitian,
I
Bahamian or what?
said Haitian Bahamian, yeah.
Okay. So
I
what's
li-
so
didn't
what
I just
exactly
say
do you
that?
want? What do you want to talk about, sir? Do you are you? What
No,
is?
no. I'm serious. Like, I like I'm only rude to people who are rude, but I like your energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
So I
saying
don't have
your energy is
I don't have a
cool.
problem with Caribbeans. I have a problem with Caribbeans when they start undermining FBA's Foundation of Black Americans.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, I think it goes both ways. If Black Americans say this about Caribbeans, Caribbeans gonna say something bad. Like, it's like I think it's neutral. Like,
Black Americans don't say nothing bad about Caribbeans, sir. Until until
from my
until, until you
experience,
start until you start saying stuff about us. That's when it's
no,
getting.
from my experience, from on the app. And every time I join, like, I didn't even say anything yet. I get called the tether word, or
Okay, so you've been called a tether. Have you been tethering, Sapphire? Have you been saying things that would classify as a tether?
no. I just like joined, like, oh, and they're like, oh, another tether or whatever.
Okay, all right. Well, just make sure you're not tethering. What are some things that you said that got?
I don't even know what's tethering until I got into the app. To be
Okay,
honest, that was like a few
but
months
what are
ago.
some things that you got called out for tethering for? What are some comments you've made about Black Americans that made them call you a tether?
Mm, not nothing, bro.
Not like you lying. You over here stuttering, huh?
No. I had to think about it because I did argue with some FBAs.
All right.
Because like I would, cause I'm bro, in real life, I'm not a rude person, bro. Like I'm only rude if you say something rude to me first. You know,
You
like
said that white tea people are better than FBAs and Black Americans.
Hi.
oh yeah, yeah, I
You
did say,
wrote it in my DM.
Ooh, we
oh yeah,
got
I did say that before.
Mm.
I said that because she was shitting on Caribbeans,
No, I'll give history. You get mad at history. I don't have to be derogatory, but we're gonna stick to the facts.
bro. She lied. Look. This what happened, right? Look, this what happened. The real talk. Look, it's real, it's real.
Go ahead, dog. Talk.
Look, look,
What you said, bro?
look. When when we got with me, I forgot the host. It was Purple, right? I think it was Purple, whatever her name was. So I remember, right? She was kept but she was just like going in on like Caribbeans or I think or some shit. I guess I didn't like what she said, and I just told her, okay, the reality is in America, your president is white tea. You know, white tea people still kind of control it, whatever. So I'm like, okay, bro, like I don't talk down on my people, bro. You feel me? Like that's all it was, bro. To be honest, but I would
So,
never say root first,
so
bro.
you came for her because of a comment that she had, an opinion she had, and then you told her that white people uh,
I
control.
didn't troll. I was serious. I wasn't trolling. I was serious.
Yeah, bro. You see
And
these.
what fact did you come after? Because this was interesting. No, it was on the Cash Live. And the thing about it is Cash is Trinidad and FBA. So what are you talking about?
It was not, bro. The only person I
Mm-hmm.
remember was the purple girl, the girl that like girls, the purple one. Only her I remember. I said that to. I didn't say that to nobody else. I don't know who's Cash, bro. I'm serious, bro. Why you laughing?
Because, bro, it sound like you all over the place, bro.
No,
You
no,
don't sound like
no, no, no. Look,
you
let me
don't
tell you.
sound
Let me
like you
tell
can be
you.
trusted, fam.
Look.
You
You
don't
know what's
sound like you
crazy?
can be trusted, doggy.
It was
Yeah.
so bad. People had to tell me if I'm. People ask me if I'm black or not, or whatever, because the things I say.
Yeah.
You know, and I
Oh,
had
but
to.
you say a lot of things that don't make you black. You
But
gotta
I know
hit.
I am though. Seriously, like I am black. But it's like I'm just open to conversations, and then if you say something rude, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say something crazy too. So you know, that's it.
So,
But I
South,
love
where do you stay?
everybody.
So are you in the states? Or are you back at home in the Bahamas or Haiti? Where
No,
you
I'm
at?
in Florida. I'm in Florida.
What part of Florida you at?
I'm in Miami,
Oh, so what part of Miami you from?
Miami Gardens.
So you up top? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, by Kansas City or outside of Kansas City?
Huh?
You on county line or Kansas City?
County line.
County line. Okay. All right, so yeah, we don't got any problem with Caribbeans, bro. You know what I'm saying? We just want to let y'all know that you guys came over here. We didn't go
Mm-hmm.
there. So while you over here, you got to understand that we're still fighting for things that you guys gave up on. You see what I'm saying? We're still fighting our oppressors. We're still going through the things that we need to go to get to what we're trying to get to. You
Mm-hmm.
guys are just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't want to go home. You see how hard these Haitians are fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go to the island. So we don't have any fear of being deported, so we're able to fight. See what I'm saying? So all we're saying while we're fighting, just have some respect. You know what I'm saying? Understand that we're not here for the same reason. So we got two different agendas. You're not trying to get
What is it?
we're
What
trying
is
to
it?
we're trying to own what part of America is ours. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we've been
What
oppressed.
is it?
We've been economically excluded. We haven't got reparations. Every other group got reparations. We didn't. So there's a lot of things that we're still trying to achieve, and we don't need the backlash or criticism coming from people who are from the outside. That's all. So you just got to keep that in mind of where you're at and what people are trying to do here.
I respect that. I respect that because if someone came to Bahamas or Haiti, did that,
You know what
and
I'm
said
saying?
something. Yeah, it's the same way, similar.
Right.
But I understand what you're saying, bro. I respect that completely. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing is to be honest, bro, if Haiti wasn't or Bahamas was in the condition it is now, then I think I would still be over there. But
Oh, you think you would still be you don't think you would have ran away? You would have stayed here.
no, I was still over there.
Oh, you would stay over there in the Bahamas. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the reason is the reason is, you know, the governments. I think you are aware too, like, you know, African governments, presidents. These people are ran by other people. Like, these people don't work for their people.
Right.
You know, they work for themselves or they work for other countries. Like
You guys sell each other out, right?
they sell they sellouts basically.
Yeah, you guys are ran
Even
by
even
sellouts.
yeah, the Haitian government is a sellout. All of them are sellouts. They all set up the president to get
Right, that's
you
that's
know
that's,
unalive.
that's your culture. You guys only look out for yourselves individually. You don't care about the collective group of people. That's
Not, I guess I agree to some. No, I agree to some extent because
yeah. I mean, it is what it is. That's what it is.
you
African
know
people,
because
African people got a history of selling out their own. Haitian sell out their own. What I would say is the last Haitian president. I do believe that the U.S. had some involvement of taking him out because he wasn't trying to hand out any vaccinations to his people.
yeah,
Other than that, you Caribbean
yeah,
got a history of selling out their own people, not looking after the whole.
would it be fair to say are we facing the same similar enemy in a sense or
Of
no?
course, of course.
It's like
But you guys come
how
over
you
here
gonna
and act
blame
like
us?
you guys
It's like
come over here and act like there's no problem.
it's like they ran us off the land, bro, to come here. It's like it's so bad, bro. How a country could be so bad, bro? Like the president, like the people, like the government have money, bro, but they don't care about us, bro.
Because
So
your people have a history of selling out. Well, I'm trying to tell you what it is.
yeah, and
You
then
bring in your culture. I don't know
nah,
why. I don't know where it came from.
nah,
And
it came from history. I
you
ain't
guys come
know.
over here subscribe to white supremacy. I don't. And then you guys come over here and be critical of us. Like it just runs in the lineage. I don't know why.
Safari.
Do you think if America, USA, right, the
Mhm.
government and presidents, right, was dominantly black in America, do you think they would sell out each other?
No, not
You
black.
don't think so?
Not black
But
Americans. No.
how you think? All right, but you know it hasn't happened yet. But in the future,
Invite Linda up.
it
Invite
has.
Linda up. I've
Oh,
been wanting her for years, for almost 5 years.
Linda. Oh,
Invite that lovely Haitian up. This is a great platform. Invite Linda up.
yeah, yeah. I'm being nice today. I ain't cuss out nobody. I ain't kick nobody off. Yeah, I'm nice this morning.
Yeah, I'm not.
Hey, Linda, how
There's no
you
Linda here. It's
doing?
Lena.
It
Lena.
doesn't
There's
matter.
no
It
D.
doesn't matter. If you're
No, no,
not
it
worried
does
about your
matter.
double chin, I ain't worried
Reading is
about your name.
fundamental.
If you're not
Comprehension
worried
is
about doing a
critical.
push up or a jumping jack,
Reading
I'm
is
not worried
fundamental.
about pronouncing
Girl,
your
I
name
will outrun
correctly.
you.
So
Don't
it doesn't
play.
really matter.
I would
But this
outrun
is
you.
the
Do not
young
play.
lady that always went after Black
If you
History
can't
Month
read, I
and
can't
told
do
Black
nothing for
history
you,
wrong.
sweetheart. It's
At that time,
Lena,
I wasn't
not
conducting
Linda.
live. But
If you
this is
don't
the
see
young
that
lady
there's
that
not a
got one of
D
my
there,
pages
you can't read.
banned. This is the young lady
You
right here.
cannot
So I'm
read.
up for this smoke. You
English is
remember,
your
I know all
language,
your
Hold on, hold on.
sweetheart.
information.
I
Your
legit,
mama and your
I
daddy was
legit understand
homeless.
three
Your daddy
languages.
left you.
Hold
Who
on.
daddy left there?
Y'all are muted, right? I just want to understand what is going on.
Yeah, bro, we're having a good conversation
Hold
right
on,
now.
so you
Because
got to
this
give
is a
me.
Haitian that disrespect Black Americans because she got a double chin and her arms flap up and down like a chicken.
Okay, Lena, talk to me. What's going on? What's really happening? What's the problem?
The problem is that she can't read. That's
Why
the
is that?
Problem
problem.
is that
That's
you're
the
an
problem. Why is
immigrant
that
You
your
and
probably,
problem?
you
yeah,
can't read.
you're about
You
my
can't
age and you
read,
can't
sweetie.
read, so
I
it's
can
not
read.
Bush.
I can read how to do
You
a
can't
jumping
read,
jack. I
sweetheart.
can read
You
how to do.
added a D
I
where there
can
was
read how
no
to count
D.
my calories. I
You,
can read how to run around the block. I can do a lot of
sweetheart, I would
reading. I
outrun
can
you,
read you. I
sweetheart.
can read how many rolls you have in your
You
belly.
think because
I
my
can read
boobs are
that.
big that
I
I'm
can read
big?
how many
Sweetheart, I'm a
chins you
size
have on
10,
your face.
sweetheart.
I can read that.
You can't
I
read.
can read
You
that.
obviously
The
can't
fact
read. You
that you
added a
got
D
mad
where there
because
was no
Black
D.
Americans have more college degrees than
You
Haitians and
cannot read,
Haitians living in
sweetheart.
Haiti. You got
You
mad at
cannot
that.
read,
You got
sweetheart.
mad. What was a Haitian last invention? A pump
You
out of a
cannot read,
bucket.
sweetheart.
Baby, read,
You
read. I can
cannot
read that your
read,
mama and your daddy was homeless and your
sweetheart.
daddy was never a
Sweetheart,
provider.
we can
I
we
can
can
read
we
that your
can we
mama
can
came
play
on here on
big bag take
welfare.
little bag.
I can read
We
that.
can
I
play
can read
big
your
bag take
name and
little bag.
application on
You
welfare
cannot read,
assistance.
so you
I
mad
can
at
believe your mama
me.
came over here
Somebody about to run
You
poor.
out
the
of
one that
breath.
What
added a
kind
D
of
in my
person
name.
Somebody about to
come to
run
a
out of
whole
breath.
country without a penny in the pocket,
You
can't feed their damn
let's play
children?
big bag
Your
take
mama,
little
But
bag.
hold on,
your mama did
Let's
that.
play big
Your
bag
mama
take little
traveled
bag.
to the United States without a dime in her
Sweetheart, you
pocket,
cannot
and
read.
she
You can
raised your
try to
little
read
ass.
Hold
and
on,
talk
hold
all
let's
on,
you
hold on. I
want.
educate.
got
Let's
You
educate.
now. That's enough.
Let's
Now
educate. Let's
I done
educate.
let y'all. I
you
done
the
let
one with a
y'all go
speech
on.
impediment, sweetheart, not me.
Let's
Now
Hold
you
on,
got a
educate.
speech
hold on, hold
impediment. I
on, hold
told
on,
you about.
hold on. I didn't let this go on for too long.
Let's educate. We can do something later.
Yeah,
I can do that later.
I just want to know what Lena's standpoint is. Can I just let her? Can she
Lena's
talk?
standpoint is for the truth. You came on here yourself AI and said that Haitians was never bullied by African Americans, and that's categorically false. I am an 80s baby who experienced Black Americans at Miami Edison Senior Middle,
Oh
Miami
yeah.
Edison Middle, and Miami Edison Senior High, because I ended up at Jam Man, Roving Leader, and all these opportunity schools fighting African Americans because how they were disrespecting my community. So at
And it
the end
made
of the
y'all
day, if
stronger.
Wolfie can't read,
Hold
I
on.
can't do nothing for her.
I gotta ask her questions though. I have to be able to ask a question.
Ask whatever question you gotta
I
ask.
gotta ask questions. I gotta ask questions. So, ma'am, I'm sorry that you went through that. My first question to you is, one, how did you know they were Black American? What gave you how you know they weren't Jamaican, Dominican, Trinidadian, Bahamian? What made you assume that they were Black Americans? That's number one. And were you the only one getting bullied? Was it not other?
I didn't say I said my people, my community.
Oh, so
Haitians would come in.
you never got bullied.
I never got bullied
So
because people knew I was doing
so
fists right away.
so my second
People
question
from
is my second
people from my
question is
community.
my second question is so
Throwing your weight around is not throwing fish. You're overweight, lover.
No, I'm no, I was never. I've never been
hold on. I
overweight,
got
sweetheart. I'm a
questions.
size 10.
I got questions. We're not talking
You
about your
came on
size
here
right
with
now.
your box
We're not,
body, your
listen,
butch.
listen, we're not talking about y'all dress size right now. Y'all talk about that later. I got questions. Listen. So what I'm trying to say is, what proof do you have that it was Black Americans?
I have a. You want me to upload the video of African Americans who came on TikTok and said that they were out here jumping Haitians?
Please, okay,
Sweetheart,
okay,
the documentary would have been came out if my nephew was.
so, ma'am, people coming out and saying that they bullied and they were Black Americans, that's still not proof that they were Black. I could get on live right now and start lying.
They
I'm
said
a
they were
Haitian.
Black
I'm a
American.
Haitian who went out there and did something to Black. That's not.
Immigrants,
Uh,
immigrants know other
Lena,
immigrants.
Lena, I'm Haitian, so I could kind of speak about it. When I was a kid, I think I know what you mean though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
I'm 43. So we're completely different generations.
Yeah, but in my
I'm class
generation,
of
it's similar.
99.
Like when I was a kid, I still remember. Even in Bahamas though, like it's like they're racist towards
Class of 2000. I'm 43 too.
Haitian. You know what
So
I mean?
you
Yeah,
two
you left
doggone
behind. I'm
old.
class of
You
99.
two
You left
men your
behind,
peers and
sweetheart.
you look like you age and y'all age like white people.
Hold on. So, Lena,
Sweetheart, I
what
look
proof,
younger than you. Do not even, don't try
what,
it.
so what proof do you, so your only proof is you got some people who hopped online and said they were Black Americans
The
bullied.
proof is it's my lived experiences, sweetheart. There's also articles
But you
upon
just said you
articles
never
on
got
this.
bullied. You just said you never got
I
bullied.
never got bullied, but I witnessed the bullying. I had friends that would pew down simply because they were Haitian.
And that's it?
I had friends that I grew up with that had baseball to their heads.
No, man,
Haitians.
that's not Black American culture. I'm
That
so
was
sorry.
that was Black Americans.
Hey,
That's not Black American
Hey,
culture.
let me
That it was you
interject.
guys in the beans. Y'all don't want to admit it, but it was
Let
you
me
guys
interject.
Why I
in
gotta
the
be?
beans.
Why I gotta be from the beans?
It was you guys because I'm talking about a specific area. Little Haiti and Liberty City is adjacent to one another. So you guys that were supposed to be going to Northwestern was coming to
Northwestern.
Edison, and y'all were also beating up the Haitian kids that was coming from Haiti. The truth
Yeah.
is the truth. You can
Yeah.
sit around here and try to deny it. You may not necessarily know the truth, but the truth is the truth. There are articles. You can look at you can look up the articles. The
Lena,
articles are out there.
I'm gonna let Marvelous talk real quick.
Can I interject?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, talk.
This her truth, right? And we not gonna lie, like Haitian Friday wasn't a thing because my people.
I don't know. I'm 27. I never heard about no.
All right,
Haitian.
so let me tell you, it wasn't cool.
43 never heard of it, but I would have been in there.
Hear me out. It wasn't cool to be Haitian, but it made them stronger. We all bullied each other. That's just the culture of Black people. We
Right.
bully each other, but it made them stronger.
Right. It's,
And look, and
y'all,
look.
y'all know nothing about Miami?
And look, that same thing that they did in 1804, you established it in Miami. It made y'all stronger. Y'all got tired of being bullied, but it made y'all stronger. It was a hazing moment. That's
Right.
all.
Let me
it
say,
definitely
I'm not
happened.
trying to be disrespectful, but that's very ignorant to say. And I want you to understand why it's ignorant. I grew up,
It's how y'all treat your own people in Florida. Haitians is over there. What y'all doing to little girls? Y'all try to. Oh, you know that man that ate that other white tea man face was Haitian. You know y'all have a bad reputation. In 2025, y'all took a little baby from her mother and threw her into the fire. And how dare you try to sit here and try to point the finger at any Black American when your culture, voodoo couldn't even help your culture be successful.
Sweetheart,
Y'all over there doing voodoo
you
and
talking
hoodoo,
out
but
your
y'all
neck,
still poor as
sweetheart.
hell. Baby, voodoo couldn't help
Obviously
you over
talking
there.
out
Voodoo
your
not
neck.
even help you
There's
over here.
violence.
Y'all
There's
better
violence.
well soil pressure and
There's
hoodoo.
violence
Because baby,
everywhere.
your
But
ancestors
Lena,
are tired. They broke it down.
I don't know why
Lena,
you keep muting me if you really want me up here and she's talking mess. I should
I muted her too. So
be able to defend myself.
but hold on, because I'm trying to stick to the facts. You guys are keep going off track. You go off track, I'm gonna mute
Well,
you.
she's going off track
Well, she
because
got
she's an
muted.
illiterate monster. That's what it is.
She got muted. She
It
got
means
muted.
not to read and write. We all know that I know how to read and write.
You can't read or write because you added a D where there was no D. You
Listen, y'all really best friends. That's what I'm starting to believe now. Y'all best friends. Anyway, like I was saying, listen. Based off Black American culture, or the culture that I know, I don't have any relatives, and I got 5 generations in Florida. So I have my auntie, my granddaddy, all of them are Black Americans. Nobody talked about bullying no other group. No, there was no shaming in my household, and I don't know friends who got parents who were shaming other groups of people in my household. Now, do I know Miami has a culture of bullying? Yes, I've been bullied. I bully people, vice versa. It all happens. See what I'm saying? So, but to say that we bullied you, to make your bullying of so victimizing is a little bit self-centered because everybody went through some kind of hazing before. Now, if you knew how to fight back, the hazing stopped quick. That shit got cut to the end. Now, if your ass ain't know how to fight back, that hazing might continue to go on, but everybody goes through that. That's just Black American culture does have a little, what we call it, we rank on each other, but that came from slavery because we try to make each other stronger when we went out in the world. See what I'm saying? So you guys came over here and took it very personally, you guys took it very passionately. Now, and to start saying that we were killing you and all that stuff for being Haitian, that's a little bit too much because we're still
it's the facts. You can look up the articles. It's facts.
We're still going through systematic oppression and racism. What makes you think we got time to bully you? What makes you so special? Why you think you're on my mind like that to be going out there to find you? I might rank your ass in first period in high school, but I'm not gonna go out there and go kill you because you're Haitian. And then what you're also, by saying that, you're also taking away the fact that you could have been doing something at the same time. Y'all not gonna walk around like you just innocent. Like y'all don't.
It's facts, sweetheart. Them kids didn't even speak English. Them kids coming out of Haiti didn't even speak English.
You can't speak English or write or read or
Sweetheart,
write.
I can outspeak you and outright you.
Right. So we're not gonna sit here and act like you guys were just innocent. Nobody's innocent. Everybody did something. You see what I'm saying? You didn't just come off the boat just acting like you was lost and didn't know nothing. If a nigga came to come fight with you, you did something. It was especially that hard, you were doing something. Now, if I'm just teasing you, you probably didn't do nothing to get teased, but to get hazed or to get bullied like that, that means you done did something that caught my attention. Now I'm coming for you. So we're not gonna sit here and act like y'all wasn't just doing nothing. See what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna take away that you guys weren't bullied, but I'm not gonna let you sit here to say that you guys were victims and you guys were just harmless people out there. I'm not gonna say that neither. I'm not sure how true that is. Let me ask someone.
That made no sense. There was a whole entire day that Black Americans was coming
Don't make no
out
sense of
and
4-year-olds
jump
crying
Haitian.
over elementary. You haven't lived life. You haven't traveled. You haven't had sex. You haven't done nothing with your life.
You want to
Nobody
compare
will touch you
passports?
for you can have some
You
life
want, I was born
experience
with a
that you
passport.
do
Do you
well
want to
on
compare
elementary.
passports?
Oh, shut your
Sweetheart,
elementary
do you want to
ass up.
compare passport? I live
Shut your
between two
dumb
states,
elementary.
sweetheart.
You is crying
I
over.
pay
You
taxes in
43
two
years
states.
old.
Do
Finna be
you?
What I
40.
said,
Hey,
I live
40.
between two states.
Stay on top of y'all. We know y'all be going on. Y'all be.
She's off topic.
Oh my God, can I
She got
speak?
Three
Because
stuff
crying
to
over
they
do. I
elementary.
live
You
they
between
is
two states,
arguing
sweetheart.
too much.
You talking
Oh
about
my
I have not
God.
three crying
traveled.
over. You finna
Hold
be
on.
Wait,
I
wait, wait.
41
You
this
naturally
year.
can
We gotta
please.
You
let
travel.
other
finna
people
be
talk. We
I
gotta let
was
other
born
people
with a
talk.
passport, sweetheart.
Go ahead, Ross.
Okay, so
Talk to me.
I'm from Miami, and I just want to say this.
What
Like,
part? What
I'm
part of Miami you from?
well, shit. I'm all over, but I grew up in North Miami, so primarily,
Where the Haitians are?
predominantly Haitians, and I'm American. So I'm gonna just say it like this: I experienced the most fucking prejudice, racist, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Ooh, I'm sorry for cursing. From Haitians.
I'm Haitians. Exactly.
From Haitians. And
Okay.
I'm married to a Haitian man. I have Haitian children. So I have nothing against Haitians, but I experienced the most from Haitians.
Right.
The most. Let me speak proper. The most
From
from
Haitians.
Haitians.
They're
And
very
it's so
prejudiced people.
sad out here because it's like, damn, they think they're better than you. They talk down on you. And it's like, what did I do to you? I had many conversations like, what's your beef? Is simply because oh I'm American or y'all lazy or y'all didn't do this, y'all didn't do that. Like
Don't do that.
I'm so
Exactly.
confused. And the people who has the most to say are the ones that did not go through anything. You did not go through anything. You was not part of the time where they probably got bullied. You living through somebody else's testimony that had nothing to do with you. That had nothing to do with you, and you sitting up here telling somebody else's story. You got all this bent up pressure for something that did not happen to you. Don't make no sense to me. And because I'm American and you Haitian and we going back and forth, it's like, it's just dumb to me. And I'm listening, and I'm up here listening in the comments. And I'm just like, I'm kind of annoyed. Like, because I experienced so much, and it's like, ugh.
You know, I'm gonna say this. Appreciate you for saying that. So my experience is I was going out with somebody who was Haitian, and she was Haitian in Bengali, and we went out for 6 years. But for 6 years, I could never meet her mama because her mama was Haitian, and her mama was very prejudiced towards Black Americans. See what I'm saying? So you know, she came to my house. My people ain't never had no problem with no Haitians. See what I'm saying? So I understand. So I'm giving you a real life experience that Haitians do be prejudiced as hell.
So you're dating a Haitian, but you don't know the culture. Haitians, you're not even supposed to, I don't introduce boyfriends to my mama. Because if you ain't coming to marry somebody, why you meeting somebody's mama?
Man,
that's what the culture is. I don't introduce you until you're ready for engagement.
Not only that, but
American culture.
But she told me that her mother is a little bit prejudiced towards Black Americans, and her father, who's Indian, is racist. These are facts. She said her mom is a little bit.
Her daddy's racist, and the mama is a Black Haitian.
Who's
does that make sense? The daddy is an Indian, a Bengali, and he's married to a Black woman, and he's racist.
Well,
and in the Haitian culture, you don't meet people's parents until you're ready until you marry, because Haitians don't like to be seeing a revolving door of dating. We don't have a dating culture like that. We have a married culture. So if I'm bringing somebody over to my house, you're getting married.
Y'all do not have a married culture.
We do have a married culture. Every single person in my family is married. I'm the only one that has been married or had kids.
So let me ask you this, Lena. Do Haitians not show prejudice ways towards Black people?
I don't say prejudice. We do discriminate. We do discriminate. Because after what Haitian people have gone through in this country, we have the right to codify to our community.
What have they gone through in the country?
Hold on.
What have they gone through?
I got to talk. So let me just talk to you. Y'all can have it later. So what I'm gonna say is this. So you practice discrimination based off of what you've been through with us, but y'all don't go fight the French. Y'all don't go back to go fight the French. Why you have all this hostility for us when the ones who can't fight y'all ass?
Haitians are fighting the French every day. What are you talking about?
That mentality, not me.
If you're talking about economically, Haitians done fought the French, and we're still fighting the French, and we're still demanding. You're not. African Americans is not doing anything different than Haitians are doing within the Republic of Haiti.
Okay, what neighborhood have y'all built since you've been in Miami, ma'am?
That's not true.
Hold on. What
they just infiltrated the neighborhood. We have maintained.
What neighborhood?
If we're gonna sit here and pretend like Haitians have not contributed,
let me ask.
If we're gonna act like Haitians have not contributed to the city of Miami, you're being delusional.
Tell me.
If you're trying to act like the Haitians have not maintained the city of Miami, that's on you. Because at the same time, your neighborhoods of Brownsville,
you have no proof. So
no proof. Your neighborhoods of Brownsville, Liberty City, and Overtown is being
Okay, real quick, I'll make this point. So I asked her about what neighborhood she created. She came back and told me about the neighborhoods we created.
No. I said you acting like Haitians have not helped maintain and built up Miami. Haitians are major employees in the city of Miami.
What neighborhood have you built?
What neighborhoods? Haitians have built their own homes in Florida. You want to say
what neighborhoods have you built?
What neighborhoods have you built? Please tell me. Because we're right there building. We're right there building the construction as well. You want to talk about neighborhoods that you can't even maintain, and it does not belong to you.
Hey, we went down that line and she started saying what neighborhoods we built.
No, it's like you're being disingenuous. You're talking about neighborhoods that you cannot even maintain.
That been around for 100 years or more.
You can say. Yeah,
you want to know?
So let me get this straight. Hold on. So let me get this straight. So you guys been here. You've been discriminative. You have not. You have not built anything here in Miami. You guys been prophesizing off of Black Americans and discriminating against Black Americans where you're living in the communities that we built.
You can build up the building just like if my home was built up by my family. But at the end of the day, to act like Haitians are not employees in building up the state of Florida, you're being delusional.
And if you really have pressure about us bullying you, why ain't you go build your own neighborhood? That's what I would have did if I was getting bully, harassed, and killed.
Haitians have their own neighborhood. Haitians have been in Little Haiti, North Miami, and we're consistently there. And North.
You didn't build Little Haiti. We built Little Haiti was called Lemon City. We built that. Then y'all started to occupy it. Go ahead.
Lemon City specifically, which is now Little Haiti, Little Haiti, Lemon City, was a white neighborhood.
Lemon City was built by Black Americans.
It was a white. It was built up by Black Americans, but it was a white neighborhood that Black people came and moved into.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know how true that is.
Look it up. I know the history of the city that I come from.
Okay.
She don't even know her own history.
I know my history
Okay.
very well, sweetheart.
No, you
I have a
don't.
bachelor's in history. So when
Yes,
you're
yes,
talking,
yes, honey, and you're still
you can't
poor.
read. That's not my
And you
problem,
still, baby,
sweetheart.
you don't know the meaning of illiterate. But it's just like you don't know the
obviously
meaning of
don't know the
calorie
meaning of illiterate,
counting.
because if my name is spelled Lina and you call me Linda,
So the contributions that Haitian, can you tell me a few contributions Haitians have had to the city of Lena? I want you talking. Go ahead. Go ahead and tell me some contributions Haitians have had to the city of Miami. Y'all can hear me? Lena, go ahead. Lena, talk to me. Tell me the contributions that Haiti have had to the city of Miami, to the county of Dade County. None? Right. Because everybody in here is from Miami, pretty much. This whole chat.
Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas.
Yeah, but majority of us up. We from Miami, so we know.
Bring them in. I'm gonna bring my FBA Miami, Florida is here. They know I wanted you, Linda. We've been waiting for this.
You're not muted. I just unmute. Oh, we got 14 seconds. She got some time. We gotta give her some time. She got 13
Yeah,
seconds.
I just came from down that way. I'm in Tampa now, but
Talk to me, brother.
yeah.
Where you from?
I'm originally from New York, but I'm in Tampa now, but I was living in Broward.
Okay.
Broward, and also I was living in Dade. But in
Okay.
any event, you know what I mean, where I worked at was a whole lot of them brothers and sisters in there as far as the Haitian community.
Right.
And they had a lot of stigmas towards Black Americans. Once they found out that I was Black American, they was very nasty and hostile towards me.
Towards you, most definitely.
Right. So
The city was good.
long story short, you know what I'm saying? My coworker, me and him used to always argue. All the time we used to argue. So
okay, I'm
one
off.
day so one day,
One second.
long story short, I was talking to another Haitian individual. He was a cool cat, you know what I'm saying? Me and him was talking. So
Yeah.
I started schooling him on, because I used to teach about, you know what I mean, race relationships and the Caribbean and all that, you know what I mean, where I was at, or whatever the case may be. But any event, I started talking about Haiti. And when I started talking about Haiti, my coworker, who was an older Haitian brother, he looked at me like, oh, yo, he knows what he's talking about. Like, he looked at me in a surprised fashion. And from that day forward, me and him never had no other qualms, because he thought that I was just a stupid Black American.
That's what they're used to.
That's what it was.
That's what they're used to.
So, you know what I'm saying? The stigma that they have towards us is so,
It's crazy.
so disgusting and
And
so
it's deep.
discrediting.
It's a deep emotion. Like, it's real nasty.
Right, right, and it's deeply rooted. But just a couple of years ago, y'all was hit with whips and stuff by YT people on over there when they was trying to come into this country and all that stuff. But they don't show hostility towards them.
Nobody else but us.
Yeah, so
Why you guys? Okay, you guys act like you're a part of this community to know what we who we hold hostility.
Lena, you have one question. Man. You
I'm
one question.
here.
Hold on, brother. I got to get her going. So you had one question to ask. What contribution has Haiti have had to Miami?
Okay, so let's start off with education, right? Miami Edison Senior. That school has been that school. I'm a 99's big. I'm class of 99, right? That high school was a D and F school for years.
Okay.
2010, around that time, Edison Senior got a Haitian principal. Today,
Haitian community.
Okay.
y'all not listening. I'm sure African Americans went to that school as well, because it's connected right to Liberty City. So do not start that mess. Kids from Attapata and Liberty City went to those schools, and there's Black Americans that live in Little Haiti. So, anyways, for generations, that school was a D and F school. 2010, that school finally got a Haitian president. Today, that school is an A school.
That and then who that contributes to Miami-Dade County?
That that con- that's part of the city of Miami, which
Okay,
is
They
a part of
killing each other
Miami-Dade
though.
County.
in your
They killing
community,
each other to this day.
in the community, in your community, you guys have a school called Edison that you guys are doing pretty well in. You guys are excelling in. Okay, give me another contribution.
Education wise, healthcare. If you go to the hospitals in Miami, they're full of Haitians. If you go to Broward County, they're full of Haitians. Nurse practitioners, nurses, RNs, which is nurses, CNAs, nurse techs, all of that is in Miami. It's like we
The
next
way they
to
treat our black
Hold on,
granted,
hold
American
on, bro. Hold
elders.
on, bro. Hold on, bro. Let it continue to talk. We got to be fair. We got to let it keep talking. Go ahead.
we contribute to the healthcare system. We have doctors. We have individual PCP offices that actually, if you go to Liberty City, there's a clinic right there in Conviva, Haitian doctor, Haitian nurse practitioners that actually contribute
Okay, so
to
all
the
right,
actual
okay, here we
community.
go. So I'm gonna say this. So for your first claim about the education, so every school in Miami-Dade County have gone through a period where they were D, C, A, B. So we can't sit here and say because Haitians done infiltrated uh, Edison that it all of a sudden is doing great because of that. That's number one. And these jobs that you're talking about, these are jobs that are given to you guys to come to America. These are jobs that are given to immigrants. These are jobs that you take over and you occupy. You see what I'm saying? So these are not real contributions. These are just you guys heavily being populated here. I want to know things that you built, that you've done for Dade County specifically. These are things that you guys are just doing, are going to happen because you have numbers. Because the numbers so high, some of these things have to happen. You're going to populate certain areas. You're going to get certain jobs opportunities. See what I'm saying? What have you built?
For you to say that we're given this opportunity to come here to work, that's very false. Haitians come here by migration,
Right.
mostly through the I-130. Because if you're illegal, you can't work if you're undocumented, you can't work in those fields. So Haitians come here through the I-130. Ain't nobody giving us an H-1-2 or H-1B visa to be coming here to be working. We come here through the I-130. That means I petitioned for my mother, my father, or my siblings to come here to work. So ain't nobody giving us anything. We're not coming here on a work visa necessarily.
No. I'm not saying you came here on a work visa, meaning that
Do come over here on the work visa. Y'all
No,
come over here as
most of the
refugees.
Haitians that
Y'all
have
come
came
over
over
here
Yo,
as
are
come on.
scholarships, as
Americans.
nannies, as low
You're
income
incorrect,
poverty.
sweetheart. In numbers, we do
let me
not.
my boy let me
You
let me
can't
let
even
my
tell
boy
me
Stacks talk.
I
Yeah,
absolutely I
bro.
can
This
with the
gotta
number.
stop,
Let my
bro.
boy Stacks talk. Go ahead,
how
brother.
many
Go ahead,
Haitians
talk.
are here in the United States,
This
sweetheart?
gotta
Hold
It's
on,
stop,
let him
bro.
let him
1.7.
talk. Come on,
I
bro.
got that number pulled up.
Listen, y'all got to do that on
Yo,
your
this
How
gotta
many
stop,
nurses
bro.
and doctors and
go,
everything
go.
pulled up, baby? I'm ready for you. If you
Yeah,
want
you
to
have it pulled
go,
up because you
it's
don't have it in
Bro,
your
this
head.
gotta
57,000
You're
stop,
Black
bro.
comparing.
Americans.
You're
Do you
thinking
think
that
you
our
got
numbers of
57,000
1 million.
I'm
This
gonna
Haitians?
ain't
have to
funny.
get y'all
You're
off real
thinking that
quick.
our
You
numbers.
think you got
Well, she's off.
57,000 Black?
She's off. Well, you my moderator, so I got to keep you on. But anyways, go ahead, bro. To talk to me.
This getting funny, bro. You hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. So check this out. I ain't from Little Haiti, right?
yeah. What's your? But you got to tell everybody who you are and where you from.
What's good? I'm Stacks. Come up Miami. I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm from Liberty City. I'm from 22nd Avenue.
Okay, most
By
definitely.
Central.
Yeah. Talk.
Right by Central. Like I'm like 2 blocks from Central, right?
Yeah.
So I ain't grew up in Little Haiti or North Miami or NB. I'm with the Jamaicans, with the other side is like the FBAs and stuff like that.
Little River, right?
Yeah, so my block is really Jamaicans and stuff like that. But I can only say, man, bro, I see the back and forth, but we got like, like I told you, like you see our inbox here, right?
Yeah,
Where's
me,
that
you talk.
knowledge
Yeah, me,
at?
you
We
talk.
need that knowledge, bro, because I know we don't know everything. We probably don't know the whole FBA movement.
Right.
I know piece of parts of it because I watch it. I put my feelings to the side and learn from it.
Yeah.
But we need that knowledge, bro, because we probably don't know everything.
So here's the problem. The problem is I'm gonna keep it short and simple. One, Caribbeans or other groups of blacks and Black Americans are here for two different reasons.
I
A lot
already
of,
know, bro.
a
You
lot of
gotta tell
immigrants
me.
are
You
here.
on the crib.
Right. A lot of immigrants are here for economic resources or economic refugee because they come from a failed island or country. Black Americans, we're not here for that. Some of us, if you want to say some of us came from the transatlantic slave, that's what happened. Some of us are indigenous here, but we did go through slavery. That's
Yeah,
something that did happen.
slavery not like how they say it is, bro.
Huh?
Slavery not how they say it is, bro.
Wow,
We
what do
know
you mean
that
by that?
part.
What does that mean?
We know the white boys be lying by the numbers.
About the slave trade, but slavery
Yeah,
most
slave
definitely happened.
trade.
Yeah,
It
slavery most
happened,
definitely
but it
happened. The
happened how
slave
they
trade,
say it. I
that's
don't believe
question.
that part.
Huh?
I don't believe how they say it, how they explain it. I don't believe that part.
Well, we're
But I
prisoners of
know
wars.
I know it
We-
does happen, but I don't think the numbers it just didn't match up.
Okay, well, that's the Atlantic slave trade. We were prisoners of wars, and
Yeah,
we was forced to build this country. So you got to understand where we're coming from. Prisoner of wars who were forced to build this country.
most definitely, bro. I
So,
got
so,
you.
so hold on now. So what that means is we built this country and then we didn't get any compensation for it, and we have been undermined by white folks, and we have been sabotaged. A lot of our cities have been burnt down. A lot of our Black Wall Streets, we have
Bro,
been redlined. We have been, we had to go through Jim Crow, and then we didn't get nothing for it.
I
See what
know.
I'm saying? And then on
But
top of
like
that,
I tell you,
not
I
only
ain't
that,
like
but
them other Zoes, man. I understand.
okay, so not
I
only
get
that,
you.
now
So
I'm
I
trying to
ain't
give you
like
the
them other
full.
niggas, bro.
I'm trying to give you the full background. So before we get into the conversation, not only that, then they open up the borders because we fought for y'all. We fought for a lot of other groups of people. We fought for y'all to come in. We opened up the borders for y'all to come in, and off the resources that we built, you guys capitalized, and after that, you guys started to practice this weird tribalism. And then you've been like the girl who was on here, very discriminative against us. And then we're kind of like, what the problem is. So that's where we're at right now. So go ahead, brother, talk to me. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel you, bro. Like, trust me. Like I say, I ain't like them other Haitians, bro. I
Okay.
understand. I'm from the city. I ain't from the other. I ain't from the Haitian community like that. I'm from the city, so I'm being amongst different cultures. So I know what it is. You feel
Yeah.
me? I understand how y'all fight. I'm with it. Let them work. Get that check from the boys. We get our check from the French. Jamaican get a check from the British. You feel me?
Right.
The other island get it from the Spanish. Like it's not that difficult to understand, but I don't get how people don't get that.
Which people? Who's not getting it?
The other island, the other islanders.
Because they great question. Because obviously they have this hidden agenda. They're mad and salty that they had to leave their island, come here.
Oh, you can't take it out on you though. I fight against y'all.
That's what I'm saying. That's
I fight against
what
the
I'm
French.
saying. Right.
French man, it's our fight. Y'all fight is against the white boys.
Right.
So instead of trying to beef amongst each other, we should be focused
No,
on.
Danny, I am not. I'm talking about my age. I'm tired y'all asked me that. I'm starting. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
You
brother.
feel me? Like instead of us beef amongst each other, we should be focused on the white boy. Hey,
And
get
then,
out
and
the
then,
check.
you got number 5 right here talking about we built Haitians built Florida. You see, that's the problem. You guys start claiming these things as if y'all did something. Y'all didn't do. They didn't do nothing here.
But the
See how
people that are
disrespectful that
saying
is?
this are Americans too. They are born citizens of the United States of America.
You
Like,
cannot be born into a culture or a lineage. This is why the birthright citizen is very important because y'all going through an identity crisis. We cannot go to Haiti and just become a Haitian. We cannot go to Jamaica
And
and
become a
have children
Jamaican.
and our children become a Jamaican. We cannot go
Exactly.
to Nigeria and then have kids. And no, each of these places require each leader you have a descendant there, a grandparent, or someone to start claiming their identity. Y'all have no bloodlines here, and y'all are disrespectful in rewriting the history. And then y'all get disrespectful when we come at you with the facts and the knowledge. And y'all try to act like y'all are the majority here with bigger numbers, doing
But
it by yourself. That
No,
none of us paid the way. We didn't do anything. We didn't invent anything. We didn't. We just here twirling our fingers when we have more billionaires, millionaires, inventions, college degrees, people.
I
Actually, numbers
understand that,
here.
bro. I
You cannot
understand that.
compete or
It's
compare.
just
Black immigrants is not even 1% of the Black Americans in the United States. But y'all make up a high crime rate and the government assistance.
Facts.
I
but
get a lot of
I can
government
say
assistance.
this
BA,
though.
can I chime
We
in?
amongst
Yeah,
all
go ahead,
Haitian
brother. I know you've been
together.
waiting for a minute.
Oh no, I've been listening, enjoying this, man. This is why we having these spaces. See, the thing is, it's so easy to undermine truth, and the truth should never be offensive. But it's easy because all immigrants know is that they not a nigga. As long as
That's
they
it.
have somebody that they can say that they're better than, and like, bro, I work with Haitians. They don't like to work unless you're an older Haitian. I mean, I
Right.
could talk about everybody. Cubans trying to rewrite history. We were good off y'all Cuban sandwiches in South Beach. We couldn't even go to South Beach to the late '80s. We good off of all that shit y'all say y'all built. We're good off of all of that. So now we got to delineate. Y'all force us in the corner to become a bully, but we ain't bullying nothing but the truth. All we doing is
We're just gatekeeping our culture and our history. They don't like it. That's it.
because they do that. They practice
Wait,
tribalism.
they saying they built something in America?
They
No, they're
said
saying they
they said
built Miami.
They
they
built
so
Florida
so
and they
so
found in Chicago. And I keep on
And
telling
you
y'all,
how you
y'all
found
was
something where somebody was
enslaved.
already there?
And it wasn't even called Haiti. It was called Saint Domingo.
So
Y'all
how
was
you
still
found?
enslaved. These was refugees, mulattoes with German blood. French and German blood that came over and fought, who married a native and was
Hey, bro, she lying
reclassified
right
as
there, bro.
So
Negro
wait,
in
Bro,
1865.
she lying
So
right
y'all
there,
be
bro.
what
trying to
you're
attach
bragging
hold
about?
on,
yourself
hold on,
while
hold on.
y'all was
Bro,
still
she lying
picking
right there,
cotton or
bro.
sugarcane
Go ahead,
in
talk, bro.
Haiti.
So
She lying
what is
right
she
there,
lying
bro.
about? What is the rebuttal?
He talking about St. Domingos, bro. You talking like I'm gonna say it like this:
What did I lie about?
the Santo Domingo crap.
In the 1700s, what was Haiti called?
Haiti had different
Espanola,
names before
Espanola.
Santo Domingo.
In
So you like
1700s, what was the
he had multiple
identification
names.
of the
Yo,
island?
girl,
I'm talking
child,
before
please.
1700s. You capping?
I
Can I
said in the
say something?
1700s when I referenced what I was
How you
talking
saying you
about.
found it and built something when people was already there?
I'm
Natives was
not saying
already
that.
there,
I'm not saying that.
People
I'm just
was
saying
already
about the names
there.
and
before
y'all was
about
You
enslaved.
sound
You're
like
an
Christopher
immigrant from
Columbus.
Haiti. Your
Columbus.
people.
Hold on now.
bro.
Listen, listen.
I'm
No,
not
no,
the enemy
I'm
of
gonna
this.
speak for you, bro. He's not saying that. We're talking about what the chat's saying. He's just trying to get understanding of what we're talking about. But I guess he didn't like how you guys were saying Haiti was Saint Domingo. I don't know nothing about that. Go ahead, bro. Tell me what you know about that since
Bro,
you're from the
I'm
island.
gonna say this. I'm not an enemy. I salute everybody. I'm just coming in peace, bro. But I'm just saying the Santiago, y'all go before 1700s, because that's a lie right there. Haiti had different names.
What was
Hispaniola,
in the
you got
1700s?
Hispaniola, you got different names that island was named.
So what was the name? What was the name back then?
You got you got IAT, you got BOHIO. It's another name will start with a Q. You have multiple names, not Saint Domingo.
But it was called Santo Domingo at one point, correct?
That's she talking about the 1700s. Like it
Haiti
go
was known
prior
as
to the
Saint-Domingue
1700s.
French. Saint-Domingue.
That's 1700s. You gotta go before 1700s.
I said 1700s.
Haiti
I'm
was
talking
known
about
as
before 1700s. It
Saint-Domingue
can't
French.
go
Saint-Domingue.
I
1700
said
like that.
1700s.
What
Yeah, I
about
think
the
she was talking
1500s?
about the 1700s, brother.
What about the 14, the 15, the 1600s? It had different names.
And who are those? And what do you
Lying on
say?
the 14, 15. Yeah, if y'all was lying on the 1400 and the 1500, I'll come back with that correct history. Y'all lying on the
Who
1700, so
lying,
I
bro?
have to explain that
I'm not an
history.
enemy,
Keep
bro.
up
I'm
with the
just letting you know,
conversation.
like, hey,
Stop lying.
who lying? I'm just keeping 100. I ain't like the other Haitians,
Keep it
bro.
100 if I'm
I'm not
debunking a
the
lie.
enemy. Like
You cannot
I'm
be
gonna just fall
100
back, bro.
using
Cause he just
our
going off for no
ebonics
reason.
if I'm
Hold on.
debunking a lie.
Let me get
You're
my
not
brother
bunking
here.
a lot.
Let me
I
get my
know the
brother here
history.
talking. Hold on, y'all. Go ahead, brother. The shadow room. I think that's what it's called. The shadow band 7. Go ahead, talk to me, brother.
Hey yo, so in
First of all, what's your name and where you from, brother?
oh my name I'm Shadow man, I'm from Connecticut, you know what I'm saying? But my family from Florida though, in Virginia and North Carolina, you know what I'm saying?
Most
I'm
deaf.
FBA. So my thing is this though, in 1493, Hispaniola, that was Haiti first, you know what I'm saying? It was called Hispaniola first. You know what I'm saying? And up until 1804, that's when it got called Haiti, but it was called Saint Domingue up until 1804. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now, the people that claim Haiti was the slaves and they revolted. They don't get contributions for the freemen and the French people that did they work before they revolted. Dig what I'm saying? They conflate that a lot, like the Savannah thing, the Chicago thing. Those are not Haitians. Those was people from Santo Domingue, free men. Dig what I'm saying? So they
Right.
conflate a lot, but nah, we can't let them deflate. And oh, one more thing too, birthright citizenship never existed for immigrants at all. That been a big misnomer for since we got it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
now what Trump is doing is he's focusing in on that. And first generations of anchor babies will get their citizenship revolt because it was never for them, and
Okay.
they're a burden on the system or on our education. Look, they be saying like we be unemployed, or unemployment and all that. They're the reason why we unemployed because they're in our spaces. You know what I'm saying? That box that says Black American on the application, that's never for them because those things was made before they came here. America never gave them a space. So what they did was they put other, but they don't put other. They put Black American and African American, you know what I'm saying, as to intercept our, you know what I mean, our contributions. It's the same what they did with affirmative action, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say, that Saint Domingue and Haiti are different people. It is governed by different people. And the citizenship, as far as anchor babies, anyone with a visa that came here on a work visa or a tourist visa born will get their citizenship revoked. And that's how it's going down. That's all I gotta say.
Brother. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Because
I know you've been trying to talk. Go ahead. It's your time.
I just find it very funny that people have this obsession with America about what they built over here but can't build back in their own land. Like if you were so proud, it's like they so proud to come over here and wave their flag, but you couldn't wave your flag in your homeland and be proud. But you come over here bragging about and making up history about what you did in America. What about your homeland? What about your homeland? Why you over here talking about what you done did over? What you do in your homeland? That may have you fled from your homeland. I mean, you got this obsession with America too much. You got this obsession too much where you neglect what you need to do in your homeland to come over here where it's already built and claim you did something. Go build something in your homeland. That don't impress me, Bookie. What's impressed me is you going back home and building up your homeland. Don't come over here where it's already established, already built, and claim you doing something that we already done did. Don't do that, baby. That don't impress me. Coming over waving your flag and then America, I did this in America. I did that. What you do in your homeland? What you do in your homeland? Nothing.
All right, Lena, do you have something to say to that?
Master, I can speak now?
Oh, you good. You good. Now go ahead.
I can speak now, Master?
Look. SGA Wolf, she, you know what I'm saying? She gotta do her thing. But go ahead.
I know. Linda, you can go because
I don't entertain illiterates. I really don't. I don't entertain illiterates.
Girl, well, we don't
entertain
I'm not even talking to you. I'm not talking to you. If you can read, that's on you. But Wolfie can't read. I can't do
you got a
nothing.
mustache. We don't entertain those people. That's why you on this app right now.
I don't entertain illiterates. But anyways, for y'all to even continue to sit on here.
That's what you need to do. Don't come over here trying to insult nobody because I'll give you some insults.
I said what I said.
I'll give you some insults and you need to change that profile picture.
You need to feminize your voice a little bit. I said what I said.
It's 100 people in here. It's 100 people in here.
Okay, Lena. So what you want to talk about? Let's talk. Go ahead.
But anyways, for y'all to continue to say, oh, what y'all built in y'all homeland, right? To even pretend like the United States, like I told somebody in the comment section, United States owes a piece of reparations to everybody. Yes, they owe reparations. Don't. Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Hold on.
Because you cannot defend yourself in 1915, and you cannot defend.
Let me speak. United States of America owes a piece of reparations to everybody, but that does not mean that they don't owe reparations to African Americans. But United States of America has gone around.
Black Americans.
Let me speak.
Wait, let her talk.
Because the thing is that when people like to tell the truth, y'all like to fight. But the thing is, for y'all to even sit on this platform to act like the United States of America has not gone around and destabilized other economies like the Republic of Haiti, like Guatemala, like Honduras, like Bolivia, like they have not gone around and unalive their presidents, mess up their whole entire economy.
Okay, you talk too much. So I'm
we get it. We get it, but it's not.
Let me say this point. So, okay, you are 100% correct. America has played a hand.
I'm finna debunk her.
And everybody's demise. But here's what I want to say. So your answer to that is to come over here.
Let me speak.
Y'all willingly came here.
And you're gonna reply. It makes no sense. Let me land my plane.
Go ahead.
The
The
United States of
leech. Come
America
over here thinking somebody owe him something. A leech.
Go ahead,
feminize your
Lena.
voice.
Go ahead, Lena. Go ahead,
It'll
Lena.
be
Go,
helpful
hurry
to
up, hurry up, hurry
feminize
up,
your
hurry up, Lena.
voice.
Come on now. Go
Girl,
ahead, Lena.
shut up. Humanize your face, you alien face.
Go ahead. Hey,
Feminize
hello.
your
Hey,
voice.
hey, hey,
Take
hey.
that makeup off and
Lena.
let's see what's working. But
Lena.
anyways, let
Fuck,
me
and I do take my makeup off, and I do cams up. People know me. You ugly as
Listen,
shit.
bro. I'm about to cut. I'm gonna take people off now, man. Y'all doing too much, man. All right, Lena. Go ahead.
The
I took.
United States of America owes a piece of reparations to everybody. They have gone around with your military, with Black Americans in these militaries, because y'all can act intellectually dishonest and deceitful if you want to. Has gone around destabilizing Guatemala, Honduras, Haiti,
Tell her to come back, Notary. Tell her to come back. She can come. She can come back.
Iraq, Iran. You see what they're doing
Okay,
around
but
the world.
Lena, I got a
Let
question
me
for you.
speak.
No, I just
God
got a question.
damn it.
Hold on,
Let
wait.
me speak.
Hold on, Lena. You are talking too much, so please just hurry up. You got
It's not.
five seconds. You
Yes.
got five
How are you
seconds.
gonna get the
Lena,
information
Lena,
as
Lena,
if the United States has
Lena.
not gone into these people
You're saying the
nations?
same thing over again. Get to the
No,
point.
because I'm gonna have to start where I land if y'all continue to
Oh
stop
my
me. The
God.
United States of America has gone into these people's countries, specifically Haiti, and stole money out of their
We
banks.
know.
We
So
know
for
that,
you
but
to
so
think,
why do y'all want to
But
stay?
what is
for
Why
the
do
you,
beef?
y'all
for
want to
even,
Okay,
for
but
you
what
to
is
stay?
the
even
beef with the
say, for
Black
you to even say
American?
that the
If
United States
y'all
of
know
America,
America stole from y'all, why do y'all want to continue to stay here? Or
because
are you a
you
black
gonna take
woman?
from us and try to have us live miserable. Immigrants gonna go
Y'all
wherever they
still
want to
What?
living
go to
Oh
get
yeah,
miserable.
kick
whatever
her out of
they want
here.
to get.
Yeah, yeah,
If
get
y'all not
out, get
Okay,
understanding,
but
out,
Lena, I
get
got a
out, get
question.
her out of
What?
She's
here,
Well,
out.
let
She's
her
get
out.
out.
comment.
She's
I
out.
guess she
She's
could
out.
comment.
She's out.
What
She's
is
out.
the beef with the Black American? That's what I want to know. What's the beef with the
Oh, so,
Black
so,
American?
so,
And
so
it's not just Haitians that have
Hey,
this beef. It's
could I could,
it's Jamaicans. It's all
could I
them.
answer her
What's the
question?
beef?
go ahead, talk, brother.
I'm gonna answer your question. I mean, I was born here. My parents were born in Haiti, but I recall like back in '93, I was in the third grade, and I recently told one of my friends this as a Black American. I said, you know what bothered me in the third grade? Getting picked on by other Black Americans, and it was like, and I learned that in the third grade that they were taught to hate at home because there's no way you can be that young.
Womp womp
And
womp.
hold on, let me just finish. Like, come on, I'm not gonna cut nobody off. I came here to disrespect nobody. But if I'm gonna get talked over, I'm not gonna argue. I'm gonna just leave the panel. And this is my experience. I'm speaking on my own experience. I'm not going off of hearsay. That was in '93. Like, I'm from Little Haiti in Miami. Like, I was treated like shit. Like, what are you talking about? Zopound had to be formulated just so we can fight against what Black Americans was putting us through. And I'm like,
Hold
where the
on, brother.
hate
Hold
come
on,
from?
But
brother.
y'all
One
came
question.
over here.
Hold
This
on,
is
hold on,
the
hold on,
key.
hold on, hold on. I got to be able to ask the brother a question. So, brother, so what bullying have you went through? What have you gone through? Was it name
I mean,
calling, brother?
yeah, but being young, first my mom was an immigrant. She didn't speak the language, so she wasn't like, she had to work
So
at
she
a
got taken
hotel. So
advantage of.
I
She got
couldn't
taken
have
advantage of by
afford
other groups of people because she
I
couldn't
couldn't
speak.
have, I couldn't afford the Jordans and the name brand shoes, and I'm like, damn. I mean, like now, I think I live a pretty decent life now. I live out in Texas. I
Okay.
think I did pretty good for myself. But I didn't absorb the hate growing up. I didn't let it bother me. I just look at it and I'm being honest with you. I feel bad for us, all of us. I'm talking about dark skinned people because it's like we lost and we just chasing this shit like it's your fault, it's your fault. And it's like, I was in your comments. I know that's the only reason you brought me up because you see me in your comments a couple of days ago. You came up on my FYP and I'm seeing you. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing what you're doing. I fuck with it. I like the fact that you give everybody the opportunity to speak and you're not really speaking on everybody. But I'm like, all this shit is bullshit. Like, look what we doing. Like, think about it for real, for real. This is the biggest waste of time. It's like we at each other.
So
It ain't
let
no.
me ask you this question: what do you think Black Americans are doing? What do you think our goal is? What do you think my goal?
I mean,
What do you think my goal is? What do you think this
I
platform is?
got like from like for the past like it's been less than a week that I've been seeing you. I think like you really trying to unite your people. I really think that you only care
Please.
about your people and you're responsible for your
My
people.
people.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't
Okay.
think there's nothing wrong with people screaming Black Power. I don't think there's nothing wrong with people screaming white pride. You better be proud of who you are. If you're not proud of who you are, what the hell are you?
Can I
So
say
I
something
do
about the
hear you.
bullying?
Hold on.
Because I want to now your people bullying you off your land. So talk about the bullies over there bullying you right now.
You
Go
do
on
got
over
some
there and
bullies
fight
in
the
Haiti.
bullies on your
You got
land.
some bullies in
Coming
Haiti.
over here crying
All right.
because you
Are
weak and
you going to
weak.
give me? Are you going to give
Because
me an opportunity to address
roasting
that
is in
question?
our culture,
Are
and
you
you gonna get roast at your
are you
from
going to
your
give me? Are you
childhood
going to give me
to
an
your
opportunity to
adulthood
answer
to
the
the day
question? Or
you
are you going to
die. So
disrespect
we
me?
do not.
Go ahead,
Are
brother.
you going to give me? Are you
Go
going to
ahead,
give me an
brother.
opportunity?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
to answer that question. And it's like a lot of people are like, oh, American military is doing this. It's not the American military. It's not the black people in the military. It's what the CIA does. Like we sat back here and we watched them people kill Gaddafi. When we were kids, they was telling us Gaddafi was a brutal dictator. It's not. It's not. It's not the military. And to answer your question, Miss, I can't, Halo, whatever it is, to answer your question, I'm gonna say it. It's the CIA. You're not in Haiti. You don't know what's going on. You watch
You
your
ain't
news.
either. That I don't need to be in Haiti. You
Listen,
need to be
but
in
you know what I'm
Haiti,
saying?
not
She's not
me.
even like. But you see what she's
I
doing.
don't
You
need
see
to
what,
be in Haiti.
but you
I'm
know,
on my
but
lane. I
your
don't care
problem
what's
is
going on.
your
That's your
problem
problem.
is you consume with hate. You feel with hate. Like your
Hell,
heart
Facts. And we
because you
dumb. Don't
spew
use your
hate.
skin to manipulate me.
All you do, you
Don't use
spew
your
hate.
skin color to
No, you're a
manipulate.
hateful person.
So
You're a
hey,
hateful
bro, hey,
person.
bro. So
hell,
I'm gonna say
Go
this.
ahead.
bro.
I'm
Go
gonna say
ahead.
this.
Go
I'm gonna say
ahead,
this,
homie.
bro.
I'm listening to
I'm
you.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, bro. So I'm gonna
Go
say this.
ahead.
So the problem is this. So you already identified that we all going through a similar problem. You mentioned the CIA. You mentioned all these other bigger problems. But you guys don't come here to address those issues. I'm not understanding why you bringing that up.
Nah, because you had said it in
You
your
don't
like
come
in the
here.
post. You said it in the post, and I'm like, nah. People do come here to draw up the resources and pillar. They do.
Right.
They do. I'm with you on that. I never disagreed with that. My
Right.
problem, what I
So
have
hold on.
problem is the hate.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
We don't hate y'all.
Hold on,
We
hold on,
just
hold on, hold
want
on.
space.
I just need to talk to bro. He
Go
almost
ahead,
gone.
speak to me. Speak to
So
me.
so I'm saying this. So you know how we feel about being in this country that has been oppressing us for so long, and then here you come in, or some of your groups of people come in and start extracting our resources and benefits, and then undermining us, and then you get mad when we call you out for it, cuss you out. What exactly are
No,
you
all right,
saying?
all right. This is the thing, and we're gonna speak facts. Black American men make up the majority of the prison systems, and I'm gonna tell you this.
Not a
Look,
fact, and I can pull
hold up,
up the
man. That's
numbers.
factual. That is
Okay, it's not a
factual.
factual.
Get out.
Stop screaming.
It's half truth and half false. You have to
Come
also
on,
say that
bro.
And I'm gonna
a
pull
lot
up
of
the
us,
stats.
a lot of us have been missed. What's it called? We're the most wrongfully convicted. You can't say we're the most ones in the population. Not mention that we're wrongfully convicted as well too, brother. You can't leave out that part. That's important.
I'm gonna bring
Worried
up the
about other black
government
on black.
facts for
You worry
him.
about them crimes
No, no,
over
no,
there in
no,
Haiti
because this
right
is
now.
the thing that they do.
You
Can
eating
I say
people.
something,
Hold on,
Mister?
hold on. Go ahead, FBA Wolf.
Look, y'all come over here. You had the young lady to mention when the United States went over in 1915. I have videos from that time. I have information, but keep in mind what was happening from 1804 to 1915. How many of
Number of Haitian presidents killed before the U.S. invasion 1915. Between 1804 and 1915, at least 7 Haitian presidents were assassinated, and many others were overthrown or forced into exile.
the reason? I'm gonna say it in French too, because
Nombre de présidents haïtiens tués avant les États-Unis invasion 1915. Entre 1804 et 1915, au moins 7 présidents haïtiens
I mean, right now you're
assassinés
doing nothing but
et
showing
beaucoup
your
d'autres ont
ignorance and
été
hate.
renversés ou forcés à
That's all you're
l'exil.
no,
doing.
you don't know why the
No,
U.S.
no, you're
invaded.
ignorant. You
You
are
don't know why
ignorant,
the U.S.
hateful
invaded
person.
because y'all was
You are
over
an
there
ignorant, hateful person.
unaliving your own
You have a
president. Y'all was
miserable
over
life.
there
I would not want to
G-side
be you
each
whatsoever. You have
other.
a
Y'all was
miserable
over
life.
there doing the
You
same thing that
suck
y'all
at
doing
all.
now. Y'all was
And you
doing it.
know what?
So
You suck
brother,
at.
so brother, my question to you is
Them facts eat him up.
my question to you, brother, is how do you expect us to feel about you who's coming over here and extracting our resources? You try to move the goalposts talking about some black man in jail cells, but you didn't answer my question. How am I supposed to feel about that? Answer that question.
Okay, I wasn't trying to move the goalposts,
You
and
didn't
this
answer
is
the
the
question.
thing. I wasn't trying to move the goalposts, but it's like, how are you going to take advantage of your resources from prison? And it's like, what we know is facts. Black Americans make up 13% of the population, and
So
it's one of the women said
hold
it.
up, hold on.
One of
You right now, bro. You moving too
Mm-mm.
fast. I gotta catch you. What does that have to do with the things that we built and gone through
Mm-mm.
in America, brother?
You hear how they think? Their mindset is just
And
ill.
then you
Like,
go to Haiti and you see all the
mm-mm.
things that's
Hey,
illegal
sir,
over here.
I've never
It's
once came
legal
on
over
here
there, and
and
they
tried
get
to
Hold
away
on,
with
take
a lot
away.
of
I want to give him a
crimes.
chance to explain this because I need him to hear himself.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I've
brother.
never, I've never once came onto your live and tried to take away from what Black Americans have done. I feel like earlier when I was trying to make my point, I was actually.
Man, so what are you trying to say about going to jail? What does that correlate to what I'm saying? Why are you bringing that up?
It's like, but how could you take advantage of anything from being incarcerated? That's what I'm trying to tell you. You
But
can't. You're part of the problem. Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
What? Nah, I think it's
you see
y'all. Y'all gotta
that
go
that we
home.
caught you, brother.
Big back
Got
me? Would
your
you big
ass.
back me?
Got
We
Would you
your
big?
caught you,
ass.
brother.
This is from the Bureau. This is from bob.gov.
Then they
Bureau
come
of
over here
Prison.
bugging, talking about they
Can you big
rebels.
back me? Because
The
the thing
fuck?
about it is y'all
The
Haitians
Bureau
is
of
added
Prisons is
on
federal. That's
into
the
these
federal. That's
numbers.
states.
As you
Let's go
can
by states.
see, Black Americans is not the majority in prison. The majority in prison, and we can move this over, you will see is white tea.
Because there's more white people in this country. We're going by the per
And the
capita
fact
rate.
is, you
You're
got
like, no,
We gonna
she's
talk
Haitians
stupid.
about
She's
in the
dumb. Take her
prisons
off. She's
under
dumb. She's
African
stupid.
American, Black American. So
exactly.
don't try to lie on a community that you can
Yo,
100% look
it
up
goes
on
by
the
the per.
government
Y'all come
website
over
and see
here,
the
get in
actual
trouble, and go to
numbers.
jail.
You can see the
Y'all,
actual numbers. You're lying because you feel inferior because you're not man enough to go fight those gangsters in Haiti, and you feel safer in the USA.
Real shit though. Like
and
y'all
then
could
they
go
come
home
over
and
here,
feel
right? We talking about
liberated.
the crimes, but they come
The
over here,
fuck?
commit crimes, and say they us. So
Real
how dare
Hey,
you
shit,
come
brother.
bro.
over
Hey,
here
brother.
talking
So,
about
so
some?
hold on, brother. So,
Y'all make up most of the. No, you come over here, commit crimes. We know plenty of y'all coming over here committing crimes because I seen it. Come over here, and then you go to jail and you say you us, and they put you down as us. So
yeah,
don't come over here. You coming over here
it's true.
contributing to the crime.
They don't say Haitian American. They say Black American when you guys go to jail
So
now.
don't ever in your life bring up no crime
Yeah,
over here.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
She got you
you
there.
notice?
Ever in your life.
Hey, you notice, right?
That's a great
Like when
point.
I'm
That's a
unmuted,
great point, Halo.
like you don't have to mute me for me not to speak. I wait my turn. And I think she was the one that said it. She said Black Haitians don't even make up 1% of the Black people here. So that goes back to what y'all saying.
But
So
They
how
brother,
we're
hold on,
overcrowding
creating
but,
them
more
in
but
the
hold on,
crime.
crime
but
rate.
but you're still
All of
adding
them.
to the crime rate though. So you're making you look worse right now. You're only 1%, but you're still adding to the crime rate.
But
Right.
what about the 13%?
Coming over here
Fuck
being
all
like
that.
a
We worried
13% is
about
dictator.
doing
your
way better
percent.
than Haiti.
Fuck.
84.7% of Black Americans do not live below poverty. We have the number one technology company in the world owned by a Black American. The one of the top companies in the United States. You're using Black American invention. Maureen Kroc is the reason we are speaking over this voice over internet program.
Mm.
She is the reason when Haiti had that big hurricane a couple of years ago, she invented a device that we can send over $45 million through our phone to help our Haiti. She's a Black American. She also running things over Google.
Okay.
She invented
Let
voice
me
over
ask you a
internet
question real
program.
quick. So, brother, let me ask you something, brother. So,
Go ahead.
what have Haitians built since they've been in America? Since
And look, and I'm gonna say it again. I can't speak for who else you had on this panel or who you go back and forth with. I know since I've been here, I never took away that anything that Black Americans have done here. And to answer your question, I'll be honest with you. From my knowledge and from my research, since Haitians have been coming here, because they wasn't brought here, I don't see what like big invention or big technology breakthrough. Like, nah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen
okay,
it in 100 years.
so we can agree that Haitians haven't came over here to build nothing. What have Haitians built in Haiti so far?
I mean, Haitians in Haiti. All right, Haitians in Haiti. I feel like Haitians in Haiti
So
built
y'all
their.
ain't building shit. But you over
They
here.
built their. I mean, they built their country. What are you talking about? What do you
Y'all
mean?
ain't doing shit. Yeah.
They
He
built
said
their.
it ain't
They built
shit.
their country.
Yo.
Here.
And that's why that look, that's
You
why
over
you
here
can't
talking
talk
about me
about
going to
black
jail.
folks. That's why
Hey,
you
yo,
can't talk about black folks.
Got your
Every
ass.
time they
Hold on,
ask
y'all.
you
They
that
done
question,
circled
But
you ain't got
look,
no
around
look
like
answer.
at the
3
white
times.
people.
Hey,
Look at the
You
white
son.
people.
funny.
Hey,
I
son,
mean,
son.
everybody has.
Hey, so you know how I get down.
Dude, every time you ask them that question, they ain't got
Got
no
your
They
answer.
ain't got no
ass.
answer.
Look,
They
got
ain't got
your
no answer.
ass. Came over here
No,
like a
I actually
parasite.
answered. I answered your question.
Got
You
him.
ain't
I
say
told you the
nothing,
truth.
dude.
I said the
That
truth.
nigga
Maybe
danced
you're not
around that
hearing.
shit. Haitians over
Hey,
there,
hold on. Go
Haitians over
back. Hey,
there.
go back to your question.
They go over there, they go
Hey,
over there.
host. Your question was, what did Haitians come here and build? My
Yeah.
answer was nothing. Wasn't that not? That's not an answer. That's an answer.
That's
That's
the
the
answer to
truth.
that's the answer that you did nothing. Yes.
But that's the
At
truth.
least
No,
he
you asked the
know. At
question.
least he
You asked the
acknowledged it.
question, and I answered it. And see, and this is the thing. This is what the women here can't handle. You asking me questions,
What?
I'm answering it because maybe it's not what they want to hear. You asked what Haitians came here and done.
Yeah,
I
we
said
thought
from.
you was gonna say we built a sculpture. We thought you was gonna say you built some real shit, so we didn't
Something.
expect you to
Hold
say
on, but
no.
hold on.
Since
I
It's
y'all
told the
wanna
looking bad
truth.
be
for
here
you,
Hold
so
bro.
on, me
It's
bad,
looking
saying the
real
truth.
bad.
I thought you
Hey,
was gonna be
host,
like, yo, we
host,
built some real
host. Me
shit.
saying
Like,
that means, hey,
that's
host.
all we was
So
saying.
Y'all
host,
ain't
me
building
saying
no
the truth.
cornerstone. Y'all
Hey,
ain't
host. Hey, host. So me saying the truth. Hey, host. Me saying the truth is a problem.
no,
You
no,
asked the
no. But what
question,
I'm
I
trying to
answered
say
it.
is
It's
what
looking
I'm
The
real bad. You
problem
can't
came
talk
I'm
your
from
way
talking
out
to
of it.
the host,
hold
lady.
on, bro. What I'm trying to say is you came on here with these first I've asked you questions and you keep bringing up prison. You keep bringing up jail. And
I
then
mean,
you
because
say
it's a
black
sad fact. It's a sad fact. Let's stay out of prison
then
first.
you said black men are the problem. And then I said, wait a minute, what have you done then?
Black man are the problem.
But we
You
built,
said, you
we
said what
did
I, you
building.
said what I've done.
Oh, yeah, but hold on, no,
No,
not you. I'm talking about your people. But we built. We built here, so you want to mention us going to jail? Okay, fine, whatever.
Bro,
But
I'm
we
not talking
built
about
here.
your ancestors. Your ancestors were great people. I can't take it away from your ancestors.
We're
I think
still building now.
your ancestors are probably like
We're
the
still
strongest
building
people walking
now.
this earth.
We're
You
still
feel what I'm
building
saying?
You cannot tell our black men to stop going to prison because
I can't
our
say
crimes
that.
are not
Stop.
violent crimes.
You got
However,
Look
when
at
you look at
Chicago.
Haiti,
Oh, all right, man.
the
She's
whole
lying.
whole country of
Violent
Haiti is
crime?
I'm
violent.
not gonna
And
argue
this year
with
they
no
took a
people eating
baby and
animals
they
out the
from the
park.
mama and threw it in a fire. And you want to talk about our black men?
You
I would
came over here
not
eating
date
animals out the
a
park.
poly Haitian man who have multiple women that he cannot afford, have babies in different areas in Florida, but cannot afford, have those Haitian women fighting each other online.
They be a
I
little
would never
musky too.
want
They
that
be
for
a
my
little
culture.
What are
You
musky.
you
got
talking
Haitians
about?
with
Black women
baby
are
hair
doing the
fighting
same
other
thing.
Haitian
Hey,
women
They
with
be a
baby
little
Women
hair.
and
musky.
kids. What are you
look,
talking
look. So my
about?
phone about to die. That's it for the day. I appreciate everybody who logged in. We're gonna log
And
back
All
let
in.
me
right,